It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Boston.
The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. This is the first game back in Denver for the Nuggets. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston. They took the loss in this East versus West matchup during the regular season last year, dropping both games. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Lowry out there with Hayward. Then it's Taurean Prince. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Horford in at the center, filling out the middle. They get the rebound. It's Prince on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. And featuring two of the best bigs in the league, Brent, how impactful is the center position now compared to the way it used to be?
One of the things that I think people are still dealing with is just how divergently different the center position has become in the game. And to think that these guys, in what they're asked to do, has just as much importance of the Patrick Ewings, the Hakeem Olajuwons, the low post, big-time scorers back to the basket. The modern-day center, Kevin, isn't doing that. It's a roll to the basket, rim protection game, and there are some elite ones doing it now.
Wired a little bit differently than guys of the past.
They have to be. On top of that, some of the teams are even asking those players, obviously, to step out and shoot the three-point shot. So modern-day game, modern-day play.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now, here's Lowry. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. He kicks it to Horford. Back to Lowry. From downtown, Ben Simmons with the rebound. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Nuggets. It's a 3-point game. With the hook shot. And it's in off the backboard.
And what skill from Simmons. A total genius at reading the defense and exploiting them in the paint.
To the right side. Lowry with the ball. Now guarded by Simmons. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That's his first foul. Here's Millsap, and it's Boston with another.
That's Millsap's bread and butter there. Good mid-range shooter, and his shooting form on point.
And Brent, you think about Paul Millsap, not a top 10 draft pick, not even taken in the first round.
Yeah, how about that? 47th pick in the second round, and nothing really has been handed to Paul Millsap. He's earned every bit of it, and that's why even to this day he plays with a chip on his shoulder.
And here's Love from the arc, and it's Lowry with the rebound. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 3-point lead. Pass to Millsap. From deep, Prince. Denver grabs the miss. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And no matter how well you defend, when you shoot that poorly, it's going to be a very difficult challenge for you to get a win.
Yeah, almost impossible, really. It was one of those games where almost everyone on the roster had that off night. Inside and out, ice cold.
Here's Simmons following the basket by Al Horford. Love can't hit.
And right now, I think just his demeanor is hurting the team. His shooting's been off, and he knows it.
Hayward kicks to Lowry.
A little over-aggressive. He's got to dial it back if he wants to stay on the floor. 2,000 the first. Tough to overcome.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And I like how scrappy and aggressive Lowry is on the court. And it's easy to see how much his teammates enjoy playing alongside him.
Now here's Simmons. He's coming off a 10-point game against Memphis. Harris, good.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Millsap. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Millsap's got his second basket of the night.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Lowry against Simmons. Love right side. Over Horford. And so it's the Boston Celtics with their lead. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens.
Our relationship started.
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, and not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward, an all-star. Stevens has moved into the conversation for best coach in our league.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Denver, Kevin Love out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Harris in at the 2.
And if there was ever a guy who was more than what his stats say, it's Al Horford. Won't have nights where he drops 50 or carries a team with his shot blocking, but you ask anyone he's played with and they'll tell you he is a perfect teammate.
Here's Love. He doesn't hit that one. Good work defensively by Horford. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star. And if you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. When you factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency, he does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 15 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Kevin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A. And Denver decides to take their first time out here. And the big men who compete against Horford have nothing but respect for him, Greg.
Well, it is why he's been selected as an all-star by his peers and why guys like Embiid admire his game. I mean, Horford does all the small things on the floor you need as a big man. He's so humble. He just goes about his game and makes his team better in every facet.
Oladipo constantly looking to score. As soon as the ball hits his hands, he's ready to pull.
Lowry passes to Horford. Inside, Hayward. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Hayward's got the lead up to 12 now for the Celtics. The Nuggets have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Harris finds Love. Now Simmons. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, how about the concentration by the 6'10" Simmons? Ridiculously good at completing these chances despite the D's best efforts.
Now here's Hayward. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Lakers.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And Simmons kicks to Ingles. Oladipo outside. There's a minute 34 left here in the second, and it goes down 2 points. Teams are trying to finish the season, Brent, with some energy. The reduction of back-to-backs has obviously helped make that a reality.
Well, Adam Silver deserves a ton of credit for approaching the schedule change the way he has the past couple of seasons.
Thinking about the quality of the game.
Yeah, because it is the quality of the product to make sure that your star players can play as many games as possible. And it's still extremely difficult for those guys to get up for 82 games. They still need their rest, but at least the league has addressed it. The league has given more opportunities for guys to find quality rest in between competition, and hopefully we'll see more players have health. We've not seen that translate into health, but I hope it happens this season.
Me too. And here is Horford following the three-pointer by Kevin Love. Lowry from outside, and it's Denver with the rebound. Love's got his 4th rebound in this one. And such a great shooting stroke for Gary Harris. Brent, starting to become a guy who can create as well for others.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he has a score-first mentality, but he's capable of doing that, and it's really about the team. He really does whatever it is that the staff is asking of him. He's surrounded by some good young talent, and he seems to fit right in with everything that goes on top of the responsibilities that Mike Malone gives him.
Now here's Prince. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Over Ingles. Boston, no good that time either. Outside, Simmons. Love outside. Back to Simmons from downtown, and that one released in time, but no good.
Yeah.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Well, out in front at the half is Boston. They have an 8-point lead. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Well, I like it, Ernie, because they're just not settling for outside shots. You know, that part of the game is pretty when it's going in. We've seen plenty of teams try that and fail.
That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Gordon Hayward with another strong contribution so far in this one.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
On the court right now for the Celtics. They've got Lowry. Prince out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Hayward. And it's Horford in its center. Down low, and a dunk by Horford.
Watch out. Horford gets the ball that close to the basket. You know he can throw that one down.
Simmons against Lowry. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Simmons. Simmons got 6 points.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, it's like 4 teenagers at home over the summer, just not enough activity. You've gotten your rest. It's time to man up.
And that one's good. Millsap.
Hey, look over the defense. You find an opportunity inside the lane. That's good work by Paul Millsap.
To the middle. Here's Love. A rebound by the Celtics. Horford's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Prince against Oladipo. Prince up top. Pass to Hayward. Back to Prince. Lets it go from deep. That one doesn't drop. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Simmons against Prince. The wide open look here for Ingles. Not enough on that one as it misses. Boston leading by 10. Prince kicks to Lowry. And it's blocked by Simmons.
And don't forget about the long reach that Simmons possesses. He uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with blocks like that.
And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for Boston. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Horford kicks to Millsap. Hayward on the wing, guarded by Harris. Hayward dishes to Millsap. Makes it off the glass. Millsap's got 8 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Denver calls timeout. One guy who's been getting it done is Paul Millsap.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
And we have a moment to take a look at the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA. The Nuggets, number 1.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
Millsap against Ingles. Kicks it to Oladipo. Outside, Simmons. For three, Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Harris has got it back down to single digits for the Nuggets.
Gary Harris looking comfortable right there from the three-point line. That's becoming a high percentage shot for him.
Passes to Millsap. Over Ingles. Millsap misses. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Oladipo outside. Now Simmons. 6 points for him. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up. The rebound by Prince.
You got to be a little bit questioning of the defense, because I'm sure they feel foolish for giving that guy that look. They survived it.
The Nuggets trail by 9. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Lowry against Simmons. Bounce pass from Lowry. Here's Hayward. It's good. Hayward's got 9.
So good at picking his spots. He always knows exactly what the team needs from him offensively. That's why they hold the lead.
The third quarter comes to a close. Celtics lead by 9. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. We've got Joe Ingles. Gary Harris is out there with Simmons. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Oladipo in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Well, at 6'8", Millsap is still a threat to get up in the air and get those down.
That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Ingles.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Lowry with the ball. Out guarded by Simmons. Hayward looking over the floor. Simmons pulls it in.
Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
And Simmons is so deft with the floater, freezing the D completely.
Lowry passes to Millsap. He kicks to Horford. The pass to Prince. Lowry has the open look. No good from outside.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead. He needs to find himself out there.
Oladipo misses.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Oladipo against Prince. Outside Lowry. Let's go. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Celtics lead by 9.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Love inside, working on Horford. Outside for Simmons. Back to Love. No good on the 3. Shoots from the line. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And it's an 11-point Celtic lead. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 11. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Al Horford.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Lowry finds Horford. Lowry against Simmons. Lowry passes to Prince. 5 on the clock. This one for 3. And that's collected by Love. And Love's got the ball here for Denver. They trail by 11. He had Simmons atop the key. Oladipo for 3. That one's not going to go. Now the Celtics take it the other way.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Boston.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of...
Ooh! Okay.
That's how you attack. Wow.
Just continuing to develop an overall game that was evident coming into the league. Gary Harris getting better at spotting the open man.
Lowry kicks to Horford. Over Ingles. Horford gets the bucket. And the Celtics lead by 11.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
The team came in fired up from the opening tip. You see the focus. They're ready to do battle.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That'll be his second foul of the game. Denver calls timeout. They trail by 11. 11 seconds left to play here in the fourth. .11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Jefferson from downtown. No good that time. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.